Get in, nerds. We are playing Hearts of Iron 4. We have a shortage of steel. I don't think we actually do. Hold on. Let me let the day roll over and see if that sticks around. Hey, there we go. That worked. Not sure why that worked, but it worked. Alright, so right before we started, I put the Garands up above the tanks so that they'll fill in. Let that go in here. Let's see. It's been a little bit since I was in here. Only a day or two, but I have to keep myself up to date with this stuff. Alright, so we're coming into 39. Gotta work on all the 39 stuff. Wonderful. Just wonderful. We've got a bunch of infantry divisions in training. Shortage of Garands is worked out. Anti-tank counts and support equipment counts are solid. Gonna need some more support equipment. Let's tick that up to the top, actually. Then we'll start building more MBT-39s. Logistics Company 2 is done. Very good. So I don't have MPs. I've heard they're better in the current update, but we'll see. Let's go ahead with Construction 3. This is going to help us get accelerating. Got a lot of doctrines available. Let's go ahead and grab a few more marine doctrines. Keep the Marines going. I am going to need to build up this Marine division. In fact, I'm going to start by doing that in just kind of a symbolic way by renaming it the Marine Division. How's that for important changes? Senator speaks out against government policy. You've seen this before. We just lost some Senate support, but that's not going to be that big of a deal. We do have an election at the end of this. No, we don't. We had an election at the end of last year. So we're good to go for a while on support. Got a radio interception group. Going to go ahead and put one round into passive defense. Then excavation 1 is complete. Rubber processing is tempting. We are going to need a lot of rubber. So we'll scale back chromium purchases for now, just because we don't necessarily need that. Do I want to do this? It'd be really fast. I'll go ahead and do it. As the United States, you don't really need to worry about fuel at all, as I've kind of mentioned before. Japan continues to kick around back there. As you can see, our acceleration is way, way faster now that we have partial mobilization. So the rest of our political power is going to go into building up this staff here and generally making sure things work out. Probably going to get William J. Donovan for one of the political advisor slots. So who do I want for the other one? Regneri is always good. Do I have a... That's organizer. No, that's conversion speed. Oh, that's supply hub build speed. That's better than it used to be. There's one that... Quartermaster General. I don't have a Quartermaster General. Short on chromium again. Shouldn't have stopped buying chromium, but that's okay. That's right, buying some stuff. I have so much production capacity that I virtually never worry about buying from the international market. In fact, let's set up another purchase. Let me see. Who are my Ecuador? Who are my democratic friends? If we can get some from Colombia, that... Hello? Are you going up? Hold on. 17.62 turns over into 17.61. Okay, no. Representative speaks passionately in support of government. We're going to get some representatives. Very good. So it's Colombia, Ecuador, Uruguay, and Chile. So let's see if we can... Let's see who else we can buy from in this here international market. It would help if I had been better about checking out the flags. Okay, that's the flag of Chile. That's Ecuador. That's Colombia. So we were all pretty close. Probably all that shared history. Oh, actually, let me go ahead and... Actually, German Reich, you can... The free market calls. Let's see. Equipment, know what to look for now. See, part of what I'm doing here is I'm trying to make sure that I'm not just throwing production into... throwing construction into a country that will be eaten by Germany. Okay, here we go. This is Colombia. Basic infantry equipment. I don't love basic infantry equipment. Let's get some support equipment. I got enough of that. Let's max out 77. We'll do... Pay for it in 3 deliveries. Go ahead and send. Alright. The German Reich claims Memel. I think this is pronounced Memel. I almost always call it Memel just because I think that's funny, but it is what it is. With German forces on their border and poised to attack, Lithuania has given in to a German ultimatum demanding the surrender of the old Prussian territory of Memel. It was passed to Lithuania by the Treaty of Versailles, but has now been reintegrated into the region of Ostpreußen. Have we yet reached the extent of German territorial ambitions in Europe? Experts are doubtful. Another batch of maps made obsolete. So that's this little slice of territory right here. Colombia said yes to buying those weapons. That's very good. So early on in this year, I think March, we should see Czechoslovakia get properly taken over by Germany. They're going to puppet most of this territory here in the west, in what's now the Czech Republic, and then Slovakia over here, which consists of, sorry. They're going to get this territory. This is Western Slovakia. This is Eastern Slovakia, so this territory will get puppeted. And I think Carpathian Ruthenia will get puppeted as well, but I'm not sure. So that's the projected outcome. Japan is still putzing around here in China, not making any yes, sir. They're not making none progress, but they're not making the type of progress that one would ideally like to be making as Japan in this time period. Let's go ahead and get us another round of divisions in production. We got 124 division army right here, so we'll get 6 more divisions under production. And here's our first set. Actually, let's go ahead and deploy all of these units. So we'll put these units into the Philippine Army. And we will have this army... That's not where I want you to be. We're going to have this army garrison ports in the Philippines. And that is going to do just fine. Excavation 2, very good. Let's go with the 1939. Well, actually, what else do we need? Could certainly stand to get upgraded anti-tank and AA. Up to date on armor. Could definitely upgrade some of my support. Oh, right, trains. Let's do... I do like armored trains. Let's do armored trains. We're America. We can afford to produce big, fancy, schmancy armored trains. I don't tend to use railway guns, but a lot of my friends are big fans of them. I do play Hoi 4 on multiplayer. Do I have any... Yeah, you're over there. Right, yes, and this gets me access to General Motors, which is a very good design company to have. Go with Government Cipher School next. Still decrypting Japan and Germany. So we'll keep working on that. That's a whole process. It's not a rush. Playing as the USA on a kind of extremely historical run, I don't necessarily have the... Oh, actually... Well, when these are done. I don't necessarily have the... I'm not going to get into the war sooner than I could be, so... I'm just going ahead and doing that. I'm going to get in basically in the middle of... Oop, hold up. You're not supposed to be here.
Ready, sir.
Did I let you...
Yes, sir.
Where are you? Hold on. I don't... This armored division is not supposed to be doing that.
All in.
Did I do this? Oh, I put it in the wrong army. You're going in here. That's my bad. So, this army is the one that I ordered to garrison the Philippines. Is it not? No, it isn't.
Yes, sir.
This army should be the one. Whew. That was smart. That was smart. I did a big smart over here. Yeah,
Attention.
Yes, okay. We're going to... Just going to order this army to have a fallback line here, just to make sure that it doesn't... There we go. Alright, wartime industry is a go. Do I need military construction and USACE projects right away? I don't think I do. Well, it'd be nice to have some army experience and air experience, but let's go ahead with other stuff. In fact, let's get tank experiments going. Getting to armored infantry in a reasonable time frame is quite useful. Particularly if you're going to be building up an armored force, which I'm going to be building a little bit of a one. GE, my friends. Or not GE, GM. Sorry. You know, corporations, they all have the same names. Let's go ahead and throw in another 6 infantry divisions. Once again, that's going to put us short of infantry equipment, but that's fine. Here's the basic large airframe done, and now we have access to the 39 aircraft upgrades. So let's go ahead and get heavy MG. And once improved rubber processing gets finished, we'll put that slot on one of the other ones as well. And the goal of this is once we've got heavy MG, we're going to be able to get upgraded, we're going to be able to get ourselves a medium fighter, which is going to be very important in the Pacific. We're definitely going to want self-sealing fuel tanks for that. We have finished our purchase of infantry equipment, so let's see if there's anyone else among our projected future allies who is not likely to be conquered by Germany who's selling some. We got basic infantry equipment, but I don't want basic infantry equipment. I want infantry equipment 1. Else, Liberia, Mexico. Come on. Okay, here we go. Here's Philippines. I mean, if you keep producing it, I'll keep buying it. I don't care if you get autonomy, so... Alright, here we go. Do they get autonomy from purchasing? Let's find out. It's not an occupied territories, that's for sure. Nope. No, they do not. Cool. I haven't assigned any leaders to my armies yet. This is going to be a primary army, so we're going to put someone good in charge. I want... Okay, so my two... Well, hold on. Hodges. Hodges is the guy. He's the commando guy. Clark's the guy. Clark needs to get a lot of experience. For my army group leaders, I've got... Eisenhower is super good. He's got Logistics Wizard, which is just bananas strong. MacArthur definitely has his admirers. I've got some command power, so let's throw down... Let me see. I think Thorough Planner is going to be better, is better overall. I'm rarely hard up for planning time, but I'm like having higher max planning is really good. And then we'll get other ones later.
Ready.
For Clark, you've already got the... He doesn't have the infantry leader yet, but he's the infantry guy in the high command. So it's important to have him continue to get training. Let's see here. We have a light tank division. I'm probably not going to build too many more of these. Let's go ahead and... Alright, so... Scrap this. You want a garrison order in Virginia. Level up Cypher again. And please tell me you are on a train. You're on a train. Alright, beautiful. Set that to exercise. That'll be good to go. Still at 2.5%. One place we're definitely going to need to go is the Women's Armed Services Integration Act. It's going to cost us some time working the Senate, but it is working the House of Representatives. But having 2% extra recruitable pop is really, really strong, particularly as the United States. Yes, survivability studies is critical. Got a lot of traits here. We'll spend some dedicated time on that in a little bit, but for now we don't necessarily need to. So far the only action we've got is what's going on here in Japan, and as you can see, they're having a really hard time getting across the Yellow River. They've gotten stopped up in Shanxi. I think that's pronounced Shanxi, but don't quote me on that because I might be wrong. Alright, we got these cruisers under construction, and we got some available. We got quite a few available dockyards. Excellent. All that other stuff has finished out. We got our Battlecruiser 2 under construction. How's the Navy looking? We are short of planes, but that's okay. We're going to build a bunch of them eventually. I think we're going to go with another round. I'm going to put a couple more dockyards in each of these cruisers. And then we're going to go with another round of destroyers. Because you can never have too many ASW destroyers, in my humble opinion. We're going to put 20 dockyards on it maximum. And... Oop, not 100. Just 10. 20 total ships. Buy a little bit more chromium from Cuba. When in doubt, buy chromium from Cuba. That's my way of doing it as the United States, and so far it's worked. Let's go ahead and spend a little bit more naval experience. Let's... maxing out convoy interdiction would be really good. Yeah, we're going to do it. In fact, as a result of that, we're going to get another couple of batches of submarines going into our fleet once these are done. And that'll be good to go. Updated equipment and production, that's just the Treaty Battlecruiser that we were already working on. We're going to need to start plugging away at some carrier aircraft before too long. Once we get this done, and we got access to armor plates. Sorry, not just armor plates, but also armor plates and armor plates. Plates on plates on plates. Once we've got access to that, we'll design those aircraft, and those will be just exactly what we need. Actually got enough equipment to throw down another 6 divisions, so we'll keep doing that. Here we go, the fate of Czechoslovakia. German troops have crossed into Bohemia and Moravia, ostensibly to restore order to the regions in the wake of the collapsing Czechoslovakian government. In Prague, the occupying forces announced the creation of a, quote, autonomous protectorate, unquote, within the German Reich. With German support, Slovakia has been declared independent under the leadership of Josef Tiso. The nation of Czechoslovakia is no more. So much for peace. And that's increased world tension to 36%. So yeah, so this area has been, yeah, and then Hungary grabs Carpathian Ruthenia. I think Hungary already held southern Slovakia, but I could be wrong. Yeah. So that's how that goes, and that means that we're due for an invasion of Poland in September. The Soviets coming in the back. Let's take a look at how the Purge is doing. You see, anti-Soviet military thinking banned. That's pretty rough. Commander reassignment duration. That's pretty rough. Oh, those promotions. This one's bad. This one's real bad. Leader cost, command power, gain multiplier. Ouch. Alright, we got anti-Soviet military thinking banned in the Air Force as well. It's reduced airspeed, ace generation, and mission efficiency. Oof. Stalin. Buddy. Training activities curtailed, army experience gain, minus 15%. Oh, but that one's temporary. We got the Red Army modifiers, we got defense industry. Okay, alright, I'm down. Not going too bad over there. Could be worse. We're almost assuredly going to end up fighting Stalin over time, but for the moment, for the early part of the game, he's going to be on our side. Japan has accomplished a successful... Ooh, Japan has accomplished a naval invasion here. Passive defense. Can't go wrong with extra passive defense. So Japan has accomplished a naval... Yes. Japan has accomplished a naval invasion, but not taken a port. If they can connect up with their troops here, or if they can take Qingdao, I think that's how that's pronounced, this is going to be a successful invasion. If not, the units they've dropped here are just toast. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep an eye on this for now. Still a little short on infantry equipment. Naval invading on a city hex that's got a level of forts is pretty tough. Let's go ahead and also queue in some radar stations on our own islands, just to make the Pacific War easier. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop scrolling back up. I don't know why that happens. Yep, that should be just fine. I'm going to throw these at the top of our little synthetic oil binge here. We'll leave one or two ahead. All right. There's concentrated industry 3. That's going to give us plenty of leeway in terms of researching new, in terms of building new factories. Advanced machine tools is going to give us extra efficiency, which is going to lead to higher arms output, which is very, very important. Nearly maxed out on, not maxed out, we're nearly even on infantry equipment. In the black, as they say. Oh, I didn't start researching the new infantry equipment. Definitely need to do that. That was dumb. That was dumb. I'm having a day of dumb. Not bad. Not bad at all. It happens. It happens. I'm only a drunk cat. Alright, so let's get some more equipment. I think we can afford to buy equipment from Sweden. Sweden's selling tanks, which I don't want. Sweden is not... Sweden is definitely likely to be neutral in this war, so yeah, we'll buy some from Sweden. They've accepted. I've also got some German equipment, which is interesting. Well, Norway is going to get taken over. Denmark as well. Ireland's a good country to buy infantry equipment from. So there's tank experiments. That's going to give us a research boost for tanks. And again, historically, we're going historical, so we're going to go with tank destroyer doctrine. Ireland says yes. So this should give us a nice shot in the arm in terms of infantry equipment that should allow us to keep topped up on training for the moment. And here's a whole new army in training. I could do one more light tank division, but I don't necessarily want to do that right away. Let's go ahead and put Field Hospital. I should have read that event. I'm sorry. I'm so used to ignoring events like that. I just blitzed right by it. Basically, that was Italy annexing the Kingdom of Albania. King Zog is the king of Albania. So Italy just took that over. That's my B. Sorry about that, friends. Let's deploy some more air. There's heavy MG researched. Almost there. I don't know how good armor-piercing bomb locks is. I'll leave that be for now. As you can see, we got these research bonuses here. I could do early research on the medium tank. I got one. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and get us a medium tank research right away. We'll do Army Ordnance Department. That's going to get done within a pretty good, healthy time frame. How many of those are we currently producing? We currently got 92. A little bit of a waste in terms of overall experience, but not too bad. It is what it is. So, I was going to deploy some more air, so let's go ahead and work on that. Mostly fighters are going to be what we've got. Oh, we've got a bunch of them. Wonderful. That's absolutely excellent. House Committee supports presidential policy, as well they should. There's a little passive defense. Time to do the departments. And we'll go ahead and put some extra synthetic refineries and factories in the places we're currently building. That should go just fine. So how much are we? We got 10 construction going on the market. But that's really completely okay. The Penne incident. American and British gunboats were attacked by Japanese aircraft in separate actions today, while evacuating Western civilians from the front line in the war between Japan and China. Despite being clearly marked as an American vessel, the USS Penne was hit by 2 bombs and sunk, with 3 American and 1 Italian citizens killed and others wounded. In a separate attack on the HMS Ladybird, 1 British sailor was killed. Both the American and British governments have issued strong protests. The incident highlights the increasing tension between the 3 foremost naval powers. Does Japan have no limits? So it does look like they've successfully completed this naval invasion over here, putting them on the other side of the Yellow River. That is very good for Japan, and potentially presages additional advances over here in China. So, USS Panay sunk in China. The gunboat USS Panay came under fire today while evacuating civilians from the front line in the war between Japan and China. This is the same event. Text. Okay, alright. Picked up by British. Struck with 2 bombs, she sank later that day with 3 U.S. civilians killed and many more wounded. Survivors were picked up by American and British gunboats in the area. Japan has been quick to claim it was an accident and offer an apology, but some think that the attack was deliberate and a number of advisors are calling for war. However, public support for war remains low, and any declaration is likely to be deeply divisive. How should we respond? Withdraw our forces from China. This will give us 5 stability, -5 war support, +5 political power, and reduce our opinion of Japan by 30. The public are deeply concerned about foreign entanglements. This incident would never have happened if our servicemen weren't in China in the first place. Withdrawing the small number of gunboats and personnel in China would help improve domestic stability, although it would also draw us further away from future military interventions. Demand compensation. Our demand will be put to the Japanese government, and we should await their response. Our opinion of Japan decreases, and we get 5% war support, but no stability. Or war. While our much stronger industrial base is a key advantage, low public support would make war a risky proposition and limit our capacity to become involved in other developments. This would cost us 10 war support and 30 stability, but would give us claims on a bunch of locations. So this is definitely an alternate history path to war, but I'm just going to go ahead and demand compensation. I like getting extra base war support anyway. Boop. And if they say yes, that's going to give us 100 political power, which I think in the historical run they do. Put this on ×5. Producing quite a few tanks here. Put this back down with the other tanks. Japan agrees to provide compensation. We've received a response from the Japanese ambassador agreeing to our demands of compensation for the sinking of the USS Panay. While public attitudes in the United States toward Japan will be influenced by these events for some time to come, war has been averted. Thankfully, Japan saw reason. 100 extra political power, which is a really nice little shot in the arm for us. Excuse me, since it lets us get everything we want to get. We're still pretty low on convoys. Although, actually, we're using a bunch to buy stuff from other countries. I'm going to go ahead and increase our convoy allocation to 5 dockyards for the moment. And we'll see. Hopefully that'll get that going a little faster. So, continue to work on economy over here. The whole army in training. There's construction 3, very good. I could go directly onto excavation, but I think there are things that are more important. Better radar, for example. And we should finish with survivability studies quite shortly. There it goes. I've never been keen on armor-piercing bomb locks. I don't know how good that is. Or photo reconnaissance. I don't think either of those is super great. We could get started on the higher level batteries. Actually, yeah. Yes. Higher level naval batteries is something we do need. Let's go ahead and design ourselves a new plane. Could do a large plane, but I don't think so. Not yet, at least. Strategic bombers take forever to build. So, we're going to want a medium airframe. We're going to want 2 engines. You always go with minimum number of engines because engines are where your primary production cost is going to come from. We're going to go with fighter weapons, and let's just absolutely festoon this boy with heavy machine guns. Okay, can't do that many. We can do 12 though. We can do 12 heavy machine guns. Nice respectable 54 air attack. We're gonna do extra fuel tanks. That's gonna cost us some air defense. So we'll pair that with self-sealing fuel tanks. That does put us over. The extra fuel tanks cost 5, but it's 50% range. Oh man, that's so strong. Ugh. You know what? We're just gonna have to. What if we did light machine guns? Really, still can't. 4 light machine guns over here? So that's 38 air attack. I think a bunch of light machine guns is more effective than a bunch of heavy machine guns, if I recall correctly. And hold on. What's our current? We're currently at 26 weight. So if we go to... We're currently at... Well, we can't do this, so let's stop pretending we can. Alright. So if we do this, we're at 41 air attack. If we instead flip the light machine gun, flip to all light machine guns, we're still good. That's 40. And then if we do one set of heavy machine guns, we're even with a 48 air attack. All right, cool. We'll call this the HF-39. I'm not going to put any electronics on this. And then we'll do range-focused aircraft. And no one should be shocked by that. For the design, we'll do, I think this is the Lightning. And we'll get some... Oh, we've actually got points here. Let's see. Range and reliability. Oh, that's really strong. Extra range. It's an air attack. Ooh. Oh, but this is only for... Oh, no, this is for mediums. This is for mediums. Ooh, ooh. Both of these are really good. Yep, we're going to do it. And we'll check that. Kablamzo. Get these under construction. Under production, rather. Nice. Alright, perfect. We'll get 4 on those. And we'll bring it up to 6. They're gonna take a lot of production. And then, let's talk about naval air. First we're gonna want a fighter. Just gonna want as many machine guns on this boy as we can get. And then we'll do some... Actually, we're gonna do armor plates. It's gonna give us plenty of air defense. We're just gonna go to... Really? Extra light machine guns? Yeah, that should be good. That's perfect. Alright. Carrier Fighter 39. Grumman. It's a something, right? Yeah. Production output. That's not a great image. Let's go with... I think it's this one. And then we'll do a carrier naval bomber. And for this, we will also do... No. Armor. We want armor. Can't do floats or dive brakes, not sure why. Extra armor. Can't double up on naval bomber weapons. So we'll call that the Carrier Naval Bomber 39. And we'll give this one this image. Grumman once again. Alright, and then we'll put one production line of each into production. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and put 3 factories in each to start. And we'll drag these up to the top of the fighter, of the aircraft block. Let me see. We can definitely produce some additional factories. And we shall. And indeed, not only can we, but we really must. I'm going to put these all the way at the top. And then I'm just going to put them right below the... I'm going to put them below the radar, I think. No, I'm going to intersperse them with the radar. That's how we're going to do it. That should be just fine. The radar are not urgent anyway. We're about to get another level of that, so we'll queue up more on that as we go. Alright, with that having been said, I think we are out of time for today's episode. Yes, we surely are. I spent a lot of time designing those aircraft. So, it's been a good episode. Japan has gotten a little bit more of China, which means we're likely to see more offensive progress from them in the future. Germany has annexed Czechoslovakia, or the combination of annexed and puppeted. So they're continuing to grow. So we're likely to see a World War II before the end of the year with the German invasion of Poland. And that's where we are as of now. I have had a good time. I hope you all have had a good time, and I will see you all on the other side.